Human life is very, very tenuous. It doesn't hang by much. It's not all as substantial as we have come to imagine that it is. It's not that all that compound. It's not all that permanent or secure as people have come to think it is, especially in our culture, because the illusion of control has become expanded in our culture to such an extent that we can actually predict what's going to be at our house when we get back there. We don't have to wonder if it's going to be there, like the people in Syria or Mogadishu or other places on earth do. We can actually predict that. We can get insurance to make sure if it's not there, something will be there to reinstate that security for us. So our illusion of our substantiality is immense, but distorted. Because no matter what we do, or how wealthy or healthy or possession-wise we become, or how confident we are still in this human body, susceptible to so many forces, some of which we are aware and many of which we are not aware. And we proceed in our lives with aims. We have an aim. I want to accumulate some money. I want to have a family. I'd like to travel a lot. I'd like more leisure time. I want to, whatever it is, want to alter my circumstances, get a better living situation. Whatever it is we have a plan. Everybody here has some kind of plan. And if you're an astute, I've paid attention as a human being, you know, in order to accomplish that plan, you have to then take some actions. So you're smart enough to know that. So not only do you have a plan, but you have some kind of either definite or indefinite schedule of actions that you're going to take for whatever this plan is. Even if it's for dinner. Even if it's for dinner, you have a plan, or for your trip next week, or for your job next week, or for what you're going to do next week. Not understanding that there are, you might even call them laws which govern our possibilities, laws of which we might not be aware. So we can deal with gravity, but we can't change it. We can operate within it, but we can't change it. What if there were laws that affected our evolution of consciousness that you were unaware of? And they were unalterable for you, but you could operate within them if you understood them. But if you didn't, you would be operating out of your imagination. You would be operating out of what you might say ignorance. Like you go to, this is my last drug reference of the day. You go to Malaysia, right? And you say, well, it's cool in California, what's the worst thing going to happen? It's certainly okay in Colorado and there and Israel and some other countries and Amsterdam, you can go into a store. So I'm going to go to Malaysia. What's the big problem? You're unaware of the law, and the next thing you know, you're in prison for life for bringing marijuana into Malaysia, because you are ignorant of that. Ignorance is a problem not only in that regard, but in the regard of our knowledge and lack of understanding and lack of awareness of the laws that operate within the spiritual world, the world of the progression from coarse to fine, from oblivion to consciousness to enlightenment. What if we were aware of laws that affect us of which we have no control. But awareness of those laws could allow us to design and get help with our programs to proceed because they were within the law. Just as like every time we deal with something that involves gravity, we have to take it into account because we are not in control of its existence. It will prevail, whatever our imagination is. So really, an unbelievable percentage of well-meaning people, I mean well-meaning people, people with intentions and desire and motivation, are pursuing spiritual paths that have no possibility whatsoever of success, advancement, whatever the term is, whatever the misterm is, if it could be put into terms, have no possibility because of their lack of awareness of the laws and how they operate. And also, unfortunately, people who gather attention because of their tripping over something, but have no idea of these laws, but are thrust into this position of helping other people to get there, are overwhelmed with attention and questions and desires, so much so that they have to respond even though they don't understand the laws that operate and restrict the spiritual world. So not only do people say, I smell good, but after a while they understand that this attention that I paid, starting off from exactly like you, not in details. My details were different than most of you and maybe in common with some of you, elements in common with some of you, but exactly self-importance, self-confidence. I know what's going on. I know what to do. I like this. I don't like this. This is good. This is bad. It would be better if. That's where I started out. That's where everybody starts out.